The New York Knicks are undefeated in the new year. 5-0, 5 in a row.
Go.
You know what happened on that fateful night before the new year. OG got traded to the Knicks for RJ quickly in a 2024 second round Detroit pick. They haven't missed a beat. They've actually been firing on all cylinders. Hartenstein has been balling. He needs a check. Deuce McBride has been playing well. Four threes in that blowout win against Philly. They've been playing. They played Philly. They played Timberwolves. So you can't say they've just been playing bums, but they also have been playing bums. Portland, that game was over by halftime. Washington got smoked, got ran off the floor. I mean, the Knicks was nicking. They had to make it a little interesting in the third quarter, but they took care of business. They're 15-1 against teams that are under 500. They're balling, man. Henny, how you feel about this?
No one should be talking. Keep your eyes on the podium. No one should be talking. Yeah, eyes on podium. Triple doubles in my sleep.
Yeah. Again, you don't know what you don't know. And I've been such a huge RJ fan. I didn't realize that what a 3-and-D player really was until the Knicks had one. That's truly a 3-and-D player, a guy who can defend and affect everybody else, to protect everybody else, just by being on the court, and it shows in his plus minuses. He has a career high, because he has the highest plus minus for a player in NBA history
right now.
That's OG. OG Anunoby. I think it's 1-1-1. That's ridiculous. It's good. The city loves it. New York is feeling it, and it's 5 games. They play tomorrow. Hopefully, they can keep it going.
They play tomorrow. They play Luka. Luka's actually going to be out that game, so
we play Kyrie.
So it may just be Kyrie. I mean, I'm not going to say 6 in the chamber, but 6 in the chamber. So how you feel about this? Talk to me, Chris.
I mean, obviously, to me, it has elevated the Knicks' play, elevated their defensive play. I think what also stands out too, I know we have the plus minus, which is amazing. Plus minus is amazing. The defense has been amazing, but it's just getting to see OG be able to play make as well on the offensive side of the ball, because we knew he was really good defensively, but being able to see how much it creates, being able to have another playmaker on the floor, he could get to the basket and also make the right reads and the right plays. That's another form of elevation that the Knicks needed, that they were lacking with RJ. It was just that playmaking side, making those right reads on offense, especially down the stretch of games. They had a couple of blowout wins, but even down the stretch of that Timberwolves game, his defense, his playmaking, just making the right plays. Granted, he fouled out, but it's just those little plays that help you beat, especially those teams you need to beat, and destroy them. Right? You don't want to be in the close games with the teams that you should beat. Right. So seeing them being able to pounce on the teams that are not good on a consistent basis is a really big sign. Big sign for the Knicks that they're going up. That this has elevated their game.
I mean, another big sign that we got today is that Mitchell Robinson might be coming back.
Late in the season,
we don't know. He might be coming back by the end of the season. What would that do, Henny? What do you think that would do to the New York Knicks' playoff chances if Mitchell Robinson is able to, squeeze his way into the second unit of that going into the playoffs?
So, I mean, that depends. It's an ankle injury, and if he comes back in the middle of the season, obviously he hasn't been working out, and you can't simulate NBA basketball. An NBA basketball game, no matter how much you practice, an NBA basketball game and practice are two different types of effort. You know, the crowd can change how you feel. You can be tired, but when you hear that crowd, all of a sudden you got a burst of energy. So it's it's good to have him back, but how impactful would he be is going to be my question.
I know that was my question for you, Chris.
I mean, I think it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge having him back. I mean, obviously we know what he brings defensively, protecting the rim, bringing a lob threat, his offensive rebounding. But you know, I just feel going into that later this season, I feel like you got to see where the Knicks are at, right? And I think just bring him back slowly at that point, you know, just to ramp him up for the playoffs. I wouldn't even start him when he gets back. I would just continue to bring him off the bench, you know, because it looks like the Knicks have a good flow. And if they could continue this flow going into later on in the season, I'll just, you know, again, ramp him up, bring him back nice and slow and get him ready for the playoffs and, you know, just see what's working. And once you reach the playoffs, you just, you know, base it on matchups. Would it be better if Mitch started or keep Hartenstein in the flow where he's at, you know, see what's working and then, you know, go from there.
I think no matter what happens, Hartenstein can't come out of the starting lineup. So I think Mitch, it would do the second unit justice to have the best offensive rebounder in your second unit, right? Like, I mean,
because when they can't score, oh my god,
exactly.
He'll get it and give you another try. You try again.
Exactly, he's an offensive weapon on that end. So it's like it helps, especially 15 minutes. So let's say he's playing 15 minutes. I mean, I don't expect him to be Mitchell Robinson of earlier this season, but I don't think he could be that much worse than a backup center.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
look what he did against two starting centers.
Oh yeah, exactly. Jalen Brunson got Player of the Week
again.
Yeah,
the second one.
But he's not nowhere near the top of the list for the All-Star voting. We spoke about this a little bit last time. Tyrese Halliburton just went down. Somebody, John Morant just went down. We'll speak about them in a second. How does this affect the All-Star voting with Jalen Brunson? Do we feel like he's gonna end up getting the fan vote?
I mean, he had my fan vote. I voted for him and Halliburton to start in the All-Star game. I mean, if he doesn't get the fan vote, I think he'll get the media vote. I think he'll be a reserve. They're number 4 in the East. They continue this play. They should be right around that 3-4 spot. And I think he's very, very obviously he's well deserving. This is multiple time player of the weeks. He has been a force on the offensive end, looking unstoppable. And I just don't really, there's not that many guards that are really playing that much better than him right now in the East. So I feel like he should be a shoo-in. Like, I feel like it shouldn't even be a question. Jalen Brunson should definitely be on an all-star roster when these votes come in. I mean, obviously, we got to see where Halliburton is at, and we're going to see where, the voting takes it. But I feel like if Halliburton is not healthy enough to make it, I said Jalen Brunson should definitely be a shoo-in to be a starter. I mean, I would think it would probably be Dame, and look at how the fan vote's going. It looks like it's going to be Dame and Halliburton. But if Halliburton goes down, I think it should be Dame and Brunson should be the two starters. But if not that, Brunson should be a reserve without a doubt. Without a doubt.
What a moment for him now. What a moment that for him that would be to start, regardless of how he got there. That's such an accomplishment.
I think so too.
Right. Where he was taken, like just to
Sure.
start, like that. You don't
get those opportunities. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get that at all. He's spectacular, man, and he's
very deserving.
He's 15th in scoring.
I mean, I think what this trade has shown and has this trade has given the opportunity, has given more opportunities to Brunson. He's playing longer. He's out there with the second unit as well. Even Julius Randle has been balling insanely since basically his reads. He said his reads has become more clear. You know, so it's not a third person in there, RJ Barrett, that he has to go get, that has to put up 16, 17, 18 shots. It makes it a little bit
also
easier.
It's not just that too. It's moving without the ball, which players do. That's something that's important to help Brunson and Julius to see the core better. If you're moving, they can get you the rock instead of standing stationary.
Exactly, and it's been a perfect fit.
Yeah.
But everyone sees this move for the setup for the next move.